All right, what's up? Okay, early Saturday morning. I guess early is relative, but to play drums, I think can be early. Actually, the DCI people are up at 7 playing, so um, yeah, can't complain about this. Uh, I think the kids in DCI get up at, this is my guess if I remember right. I think they get up at 6 a.m. They're at a high school. They're probably in a high school gym, and then they go take a freezing cold shower because they've shut off the hot water at the high school for the summer. So all summer long, those kids are taking cold showers, freezing cold. So just get your head around that for a second. Like the first thing, you gotta wake up quick, and then you gotta take a freezing cold shower. I don't even think that happened. I don't know. And then I think they get. I think breakfast is at 6:30 or 7, and then. God, somebody correct me, but I want to say they're out on the field at 7:05, and then they're warming up till 8, and then they're running things till 9, and then starting to run the show. I think at maybe 9 or 10. And then I think that's when the day starts, and so then they're running the show all day. I think they get done at 9 p.m. and then do it again, yeah. So 10:30 on a Saturday isn't a big deal. So props to all the kids out there in DCI, killing it. I know Blue Devils and SVC are out this year because of California is different, and I saw Scott Johnson's live stream the other day, and follow Scott Johnson just for the when he jams on Practice Pad to Journey is amazing. He's just like free flows on his pad in his little garage, or his shop or whatever, and it's killer. But they seem pretty bummed to not be doing it. But I guess he's probably done it every year every summer since the 80s, early 80s. I don't know, but so yeah. So we'll do some, we'll do some eighth notes. I guess we're doing eighth notes at 1:40 today. We've got some people out because vacations and wisdom teeth getting pulled and stuff. So if you're one of them, I won't name names, but if you're one of them that's out, just try to catch up. We're gonna get to next. I guess we're today, tomorrow. So this Thursday, this one that's coming up next, the very next Thursday that we have, we'll be at back down to 80 BPM, but we'll be at 16th notes, and that'll be a different feeling type phrase. We'll also be doing double the amount of playing because it's going to be 4 whole bars of 16th notes. So we'll be hitting the drum more, and more resolutions matters. I always think of, I don't remember where I heard this, but it's about, like with drumming, I think that it's about how you're playing and, how you're thinking about your technique and tons of different things, but there's also the other part of it, which is just the amount of times you hit your drum. There was something that they figured out that like the Brazilian soccer players were the best ball handlers in the world, and it's because they played futsal, indoor soccer, and it was just a smaller. They just touch the ball more because they're of the just because of they're around. It's a smaller field, so kind of like I was like, oh, okay, so then some of it is just probably the amount of times you hit a drum. So when in doubt or when in a rut, throw all your concepts away and just hit your drum however you want, because just hitting drums and cymbals and coffee tables, that's doing the work too. So yeah, let's take a look here. So yeah, we got, so for as far as schedule, we missed the 22nd, we missed the 24th, and we missed the 27th. One of those was planned. Two of them were not. And so my apologies for missing on that Tuesday the 27th, and I believe Thursday. One of those. But I'm trying to remember why I missed. One of them, or for the Tuesday, I honestly, I can't remember, but there was a good reason for it. I think, I had the park concerts in Portland, they weren't going to do park concerts, and then they decided to do them. So a lot of them they were like they were kind of penciled in, and then they pulled the trigger. We're doing park concerts. And so some of these got booked last minute. And what I wanted to do, I was trying to commit to just rescheduling those to a different time. And when I went to do that, I just didn't have another slot, except for one that bled into my quality time with my 5-year-old. And I was like, I just had to make the decision not to do that, because it was the right thing to do. So yeah, that's why, and that's what happened. And that is not using my daughter as an excuse, I hope, but more just that maybe a lesson in life balance. But yeah, so but we're still on track. Luckily, at the end of this, I think at the beginning I was saying, I hope we get to Flams, and it's not looking like we're going to get to Flams, but it did give us a little headroom to stay on track to our goal, so that's good. We've got a couple Thursday coming up. We're going to be okay, so Saturday is today, 10:30, we're doing 140. Tuesday, 7:30 p.m., we're at 150. Oh yeah, Thursday, August 5th, we'll be in the middle of the day. So for those of you who are working, just try to catch the stream later. Also, give me some feedback on how the streams are going. If they're choppy, I don't know. So I guess I could probably go back and watch them and make sure, but I'll assume they're fine. And then after that, let's see, we're on track. Tuesdays just seem to be rescheduled to 12:30 for the next couple weeks. And then Saturday is to be determined, the August 14th. And these ones that are TBD, we won't go over all these, but I'm in travel. They're travel days for me, and so I just don't know when that's going to happen. So these just kind of might be last minute. Which is fine, because you can just catch up on the stream. But for those of you who are in Zoom, I miss a lot of you in Zoom, so please come back. Kyle, Nate, Zia, Emil, other people that are in Zoom. So yeah. Also, thank you, Chris. Chris has been super committed. And Chris has been working on his off days. He's here today. Hey, Chris, you want to say a couple things about your progress so far and just kind of what your experience has been and where you're at? I guess I'm not getting you, so hold on one second. Let me change my audio settings here. Zoom has a funny thing where when I set up two different things it wants to do, that's why. Chris, I'm going to have to get back to you on that, because Zoom is not allowing me to take audio from there for some reason. So sorry about that. Well, if we don't get to this time, we'll do it. We'll do it next time because I'm really interested. I would love everybody to hear. Chris has been like making progress. Chris has got a legitimate goal. He's a bass drummer in the last regiment of syncopated drummers here in Portland, Oregon. Super cool marching band. Greg Odell put together, and it's been going for. It's a mainstay in Portland. It is like. Forget everything you know about Portlandia because this is actually more representative of kind of what Portland's about. Right, Chris? I can't hear you, but I don't know why. I'm bummed about that. You know what it is, man? It's like when I don't have it plugged into another speaker, and when I'm on Pro Presenter, the audio gets... Zoom doesn't like that. Yeah, I need to get like a Bluetooth or something. What is happening here? 1 sec. Hey, everybody, 1 second because... What do I care? It's my show. Have you heard people say that on their show? They're like, I'll do it if I want. It's my show. Well, let's see if this works. Okay. Yeah, it's funny because I have reverb on this speaker, so you came in all like cavernous. 1 second. Let me get some volume going. Okay, will you say a couple words, Chris, so I can hear this out?
No, I came into this just wanting to really try and learning a new technique, with the traditional grip, and as I've been playing matching grip for like 5 years now, and I have a goal to eventually try and train in with Last Regiment. They play everything traditional grip, and I got to say that like working through all this, and I think the warm up that we do is just really does a lot to get that going. So I really feel a lot of it just in that alone.
The eight on a hand.
The 8 on a hand. Yeah. And and it's just practice, and like it's what it all comes down to, is spending that hour and a half about every night.
Yeah.
Playing this, and I know some young people that are probably, they can probably pick this up a lot quicker than me, but I'm 51, I'm an unfrozen caveman warrior brought back.
Oh, you've been unfrozen.
And I'm learning.
Yes, oh my God, it's funny.
Your single blades, And
oh my God, that's great.
Yeah, so this has been it's a challenge, for an older person, I think, like myself, to really get something like this down. But going through these grids, I think is, and reading the music and everything is just really helping build those neural pathways to getting this down. But it's also feel and knowing what is a good stroke.
Yeah.
What is like, it takes a little work, but it's still learning and still evolving, and I'm sure it will be for years to come.
Yeah. I feel like there's benefits to being to not being a teenager or a kid or somebody in their 20s too. But yeah, it's funny because you really understand the value of putting in the time and not thinking that there's some cheat code quick way to get there. It's like, I mean, there's some cheats, but like you got to put the time in, an hour and a half every night or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you have life experience to know that it's like it's about just being consistent and committing to that, and that takes life experience. The problem that I see a lot with a lot of younger players is like once they understand it intellectually, like, oh, I learned this Latin pattern and I get it and I can work it out on the drums, I can kind of play it. A lot of times that's where it'll end because they can get that so quick, and then they lose the part of like, okay, now that you get it, step one, now that you understand it, now play it for an hour and a half every night so it sounds like something. So that's also a benefit, I think. And like we were talking about Dorothy earlier, we know that age doesn't matter because Dorothy is shredding. So it's not like you have to have like, you know, a young body to do this. You know, it's like, it's like funny because talking to like play drums, and then somebody that doesn't play drums will be like, "Man, you're really getting a workout in," and it's like, I think so. But then a lot of it isn't really muscling things out. You're just kind of like, it's more about coordination.
Yeah. Yeah, I did skydiving at one time in my life, and you know, you want to, you know, like skydiving, you think like, oh yeah, we professional athletes and all. No, it's just really like little subtle techniques and things you do with your hands and your feet to get you to move and do, you know, interesting things, you know.
Oh, that's funny because I didn't even know that there were. Oh my God. Such an ignorant moment for me because I didn't know there was any technique to skydiving. I literally Oh, wow.
Lot of
Wow,
technique.
of course there is.
It's all because if your foot is off just a little bit, it
Yeah.
may have you doing a slow rotation or whatever, you know.
What?
And so you know, sometimes when you jump with an instructor, they'll tell you, oh hey, your foot, I've noticed your foot is off a little bit, and that's why you're doing that. You know, it's all these little fine things and fine details that refine you know, make the difference between a really good skydiver and somebody who's new.
See, even the concept of a really good skydiver never even occurred to me. I guess I didn't ever consider the fact that there would be better or worse sky. My apologies. My apologies to. Isn't this what it's like though with every little like subculture hobby or whatever? It's like nobody, unless you're in it, you don't really know. Respect to skydivers out there, and my apologies for not understanding that there was probably a lot of time and effort and technique put into that, because there is. Let's all just like, you know,
And a lot of money.
and a lot of money. Well, I know they have you go out.
Are free.
Right. Oh my gosh, I can. Just to go up in a plane, it's probably expensive.
Yeah.
What up, E?
We just got back from vacation.
Nice.
We went to this place called Snow Mountain Ranch.
In Colorado.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a YMCA thing.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, we just got back.
Like this morning.
Yeah, no, sorry. I think 2 days ago.
Okay. So you've had a little bit of time to land on Earth.
Yeah.
Good.
Have you tried the new Zelda game that just got out?
Dude, I haven't tried it yet, and I totally want to talk about it, but I think we got to get started because I'm on the stream already, so we're actually live on YouTube right now.
What?
But actually, real quick, whether we're on the stream or not, what new Zelda game?
The Skyward Sword HD.
Oh, the reboot?
Yeah.
No, but I heard that it's amazing.
The motion controller.
Right, and that's what everybody was talking about, was the motion controls on it and how like they kept it true to the original, and that's cool. Okay. After we're done with this, though, I want to hear more about that Zelda game. Okay, what's up? Okay, so let's get started. We've got like, we're gonna do this kind of quick. Let me share my screen. Why don't you guys in the Zoom mute? And we'll just do some 8 on a hand here. Okay, is everybody good? We all good? All 60. We're gonna do 4 against 3. Just kidding. But this metronome's really great for that. Oh, triplets. Okay, here we go. 8 on a hand. 2. Here we go. God, my left hand's feeling better. Good. Really do it with intention from the wrist or from here, but try to hit through that pad or drum. I mean, like, you don't have to wail on it, I guess, but I guess mostly just try not to be like, okay, I'm doing 8 on a hand, I'm hitting it, you know. It's like, do it with some, like, do it with something. Put something into it, you know. All right. Again. Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Looking good, Chris. Hey, E. Try not to have too much play in your hand right here. Like, try not to let the stick be too lazy. You really want it to be like, hold the stick, make sure all your fingers are staying on it. And yeah, and not, I mean, there's this, which is like a hammer, which would be extreme. But somewhere in the middle, like, kind of hold it like this with your thumb, and then, but just kind of, you don't need all your fingers to make this motion happen because it's so slow that you can just try to do it just from here, as if you were playing a hand drum, Like if you're having a hand drum, you wouldn't have any, you're just using your wrist. Yeah, that looks a lot better, yep. Okay, here, good, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Yes! Finally coming back into shape. I was so frustrated last time. Man. It's not there yet, but man, I love improvement. It feels good. Okay, here we go. 180, ready, go. Nice. 90. 1, 2, here we go. Looking good, Chris. Yeah, E. Nice traditional E. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Yes! Man, life is good on a Saturday. Woo! Here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2. Here we go. Two. Two. Oof. Dope. 110. 1, 2. Here we go. Okay, I'm noticing something about my right. This happens in my right hand too, because sometimes when you're playing drums, that you're going for kind of these like, kind of more legato, kind of softer strokes. It's great. I mean, you need those. But you know, you're not using a lot of rotation from the fulcrum. You're using kind of this. I don't know. It's like the stick's heavier, the weight's heavier. If you're just kind of going pop, 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 kind of using all the rebound to get like a sound. So sometimes I forget, like, and I was like checking myself, going like this. It's a good. I like this stroke. It's nice. It's like, it's a more legato stroke. It's like nice and airy, but I'm kind of wanting to make sure that I'm pulling back that and making the fulcrum as if it was a wheel. Oops. You know, like the other way you're kind of going like this, so you're pushing through space. With this, you're rotating on an axis, and neither one's right, but you want to be able to do both and decide. So rotating on this axis is a little bit harder to accomplish, so that's where you really want to make, like, whatever your fulcrum is, you make that the turning point. And that's where the wrist comes in, and that's why we do the wrist, because I guess the wrist doesn't make the axis exact, but I guess that would be more like it, extreme, but closer to that than this. So you're not going like this, at least for these exercises. And really the other thing that you want to be doing is feeling, and this is Don Worth lesson, is like feeling that, like you throw it down, but you're not thinking in terms of like, I'm gonna, like on the tap stroke when we do accents, we go like this, and then we get into that set position. So we attack it, we strike it and stop. For the 8 on a hand, for these bigger strokes, it's all about feeling it bounce back at you, like, So like one exercise that people do is they'll, you throw it into the drum so you can work on that catch. and you do it as hard as you can, you know. And that just teaches you how to catch the fly back. But you want to be able to throw it and have it come right back to you. And that's what you actually want to feel when you're doing this. That you want to feel the momentum of it throwing it back. Okay, cool. 120. 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Good, 130. 1, 2, here we go. And at these faster tempos, you start to realize that you can't do that stroke. So you start to have to really put it in. So if you do these faster, it'll teach you how to use that fulcrum anyway. So 140. 2, 1, 2. One, two, 1, 2, here we go. Good, 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. This is hard for you at this tempo. Just imagine if you've ever tried to dribble a basketball really fast, low to the ground. That's what it should feel like in your match hand. You know. Okay, cool. 170. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, give up your technique a little bit and just make it happen. 2, 1, 2. Okay, once we get, at least for me, when I get to like 180 and 190 and 200, I start to have to think of this as like one big long word or sentence. You see Jim Chapin do that. It's like when he plays, it's all molar. Because you're bringing energy into it, and then you're doing the mechanics in here. What are the words, right? You just, who knows? It's a feel thing. 1, 2, a 190. Here we go. Two, 1, 2. Here we go. Okay, 200. I don't think I got 200, but let's try it. 1, 2, here we go. Two. Okay, good. Now these faster tempos, like for me, I'm like, I don't have it in my hands yet. Like Damian Lillard, when he, it's like he shoots way out far. But when you start, you're just lobbing it, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just lobbing the ball from half court, basically, any way I can. So what you want to be able to do is not just be able to play it 200 or whatever it is, but do it with be able to play it with technique. And that doesn't mean like looking at your hand going, what's the technique? It means doing it enough times that your hand just does it smoothly and it knows what it's doing. Right now for me, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally like, I'm using upwards momentum to shorten the stroke as I go up because I'm losing it. So I'm going, but basically all that to say is I'm getting there any way I can at these faster tempos to break in those muscles and to tell my brain, I want to play this fast, but I don't know how. Figure it out, brain. And what happens is your brain goes, oh, I guess we have to play at 200. I guess we better figure it out. And you just have to do this and then sleep on it and then do it and sleep on it. And pretty soon, that's when your body will figure out the technique. But you have to tell it, you have to signal to your brain that we're doing this. So sometimes you have to do things that are just out of your technical scope, and you have to try and go there in order for to signal to yourself that you want to do it. This is why people can play super fast punk rock and they've never had a lesson, because it's just like their desire to play it. You play along to records, and you start playing. It's like you have nothing, but pretty soon at least your body's going, well, shit, we have to play. We're gonna play this, so we got to figure it out, and you end up there. So, okay, good. Moving on. I guess we got to move fast because, we're not running out of time, but let's just do it. Okay, 140. All right, here we go. You guys good in the Zoom? You guys got any questions or anything to add there? We good? Yeah, E, you good? Ah, I love it. E gives the emojis. Okay, here we go. 140. 1, 2, here we go. Okay, be sure to get up quick with that accent hand now, since they're coming in a little quicker. So be quicker to get up. Look ahead. 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Get there earlier than you think you need to. Nice. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Cool. 2, 2, 1, 2, 45, go. Two, 1, 2, here we go. Oops. Hope that didn't throw anybody off. Sorry about that. Okay, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Cool. 1, 2, 93, 2, here we go. Okay, 1, 2, here we go. Looking good. 1, 2, here we go. Yeah. All right, here we go. Sorry, 2, 1, 2, here we go. I like that one. Ba, 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 ba. I love that. 1, 2, 145, 2, here we go. Pay attention to your taps. Make sure they're represented. Bup, 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 bup. Good. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Nice. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Cool. 193. Home stretch, guys. Here we go. 2, A 1, 2, here we go. I'm so sorry. I was thinking about something else. I was thinking about the time, you guys. My bad. Here we go. 193. Okay, that's such a thing. Stay present. Stay focused. Man. Okay, here we go. 2, a 1, 2 from the top. 2, a 1, 2. Here we go. Sweet. A 1, 2, here we go. Oops, I got lost. 2, gosh. 1, 2, here we go. Nice job, everyone. Axe grid, 8th notes at 140, completed. Good job, everyone. Achievement unlocked. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. He's got the confetti emoji going. The appropriate emoji for the moment. Okay, so what do we got here? We're doing dids. Dids. Those aren't dids. All right, here we go. 10-minute dids. See if we can do this in 10 minutes. 1, 2. Here we go. Good. 1, 2. Here we go. God, my left-handed diddles are so much better than my right. Okay. 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Okay. 1, 2. Here we go. 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Good. Should feel like a workout. 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Okay. There's another typo in there. Shoot. Sorry, guys. 85. 1, 2. Here we go. Two, 1, 2, here we go. Two, 1, 2, here we go. I messed up. Did I mess up? What do we got here? Okay. 109. 1, 2, here we go. I gotta be careful not to make those triplets. Lots of different ways you can articulate these diddles, so experiment, you know, like, or, I mean, there's just different ways to play it, so I kind of try to err on the side of, like, mechanically grid-like, since we're doing a grid, but, you know. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Two, 1, 2, here we go. Two, 1, 2, here we go. Two, 1, 2, here we go. Okay, good. If these are starting to confuse you, do some homework on the side and go back to the maybe some of the slower streams and take a look at them. Because these patterns can get a little tricky. 189, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you haven't done them. Home stretch. God damn it, you guys. I'm so sorry. 189. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. 2. 1, 2. Here we go. Here comes the long roll. Dope. If you guys have ever done Tommy Igoe's, dude, I can't remember what it's called, Ultimate Warm Up or something like that. But every time he'll do like an extra, and then when you in the breaks, when you have a break, it's double stroke roll. So this is how he rests, which I think is really cool. It's like it kind of just brings up the deal. So there's that. Did grid, 8 notes at 140 completed. Those are getting kind of hard. They're getting fast. 11:30. Thanks so much. I hope this is helpful. A lot of talking on this one, and there will be a lot of talking on Tuesday, because the warm-ups go by a little bit quicker. And then on Thursday, not so much talking, more drumming, because the warm-ups are going to take longer, or the exercises are going to take longer. Both things are good. Talking about drums is important. I'm realizing I want to get some other drummers in here to have more of a dialogue back and forth. Yeah, because I think it's important to hear other people, other perspectives, and just not just what's coming through my brain. So thanks so much, everyone. I hope this helps, and I'll see you on... Oh, yeah, this is an old chart, so let me go back to the first one. Forgot to change it there. Oh, yeah, so we'll see you on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. If you're in the Zoom room, 7 p.m. Okay. Thanks so much.